قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, dear brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our first caller for today is Abu Bakr from the UK.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Is my microphone good?
When you speak, I could tell.
Sheikh, I want to know, when praying Dhuhr, I knew about the ruling that before praying you need to make the intention, but and before Dhuhr I was confused whether I should pray Dhuhr or the Sunnah, so I just said Allahu Akbar and then I made the intention after saying Allahu Akbar, and I knew about the previous ruling. So is this kufr?
No, it's not kufr, but your prayer is Sunnah as itself, because you did not firmly determine whether you're praying fard or sunnah. So you need to pray the fard once again. Sulaimani from Germany.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Bismillah.
But I am Suham from US.
You are?
Suham.
Okay. Suham from the US.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Bismillah.
So, in some Kafir countries, they mandate all food products, they mandate the companies to either put a label, a small label, whether it's vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So can we trust them on that? They're Kafir government.
Yes, you can.
Well,
you can trust them on that, inshallah. Aman from India.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So, Sheikh, I'm really confused regarding the issue. When Yazid was the Khalifa and Tabaeen, so why he didn't punish Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad when he made Medina halal for 3 days during the Battle of
Akhi, what's the point of bringing something that took place 1300 years ago or plus? Answer me, please.
Sheikh, my local masjid imam made confuse me. Like,
what do you want? What is the benefit? What do you want us to say? What is the conclusion you want to reach?
he says like you're wrong about he's Tabaeen because he was evil man.
You're wrong about who?
He says that you are wrong saying him Tabaeen.
I am wrong because
Yazid
was not from the Tabi'een. So what?
And
Let us assume he's not from the Tabi'een. Then what? Answer me.
I don't know, Sheikh. I'm confused.
No, it's not confused. Either you don't have a purpose in life. And when people don't have a purpose in life, they don't know what to do. Some of them play video games, some of them watch pornography, some of them go into websites that make them crazy or doubtful about their deen. Or you may have tendencies of Shia, and you're camouflaging yourself to be a Sunni and pretending to be confused so that you would confuse others. Akhi, we do not care what happened these years. We care about Quran, we care about the Sunnah, we care about our love to the companions, and we love Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, may Allah be pleased with him, who was a companion and one of the scribers of the Wahi. He's the brother-in-law of the Prophet ﷺ. His son, Yazid, he did evil things, but he did also a lot of good things. And he is from the Tabi'een by the definition I told you about. Who cares about your Imam of your masjid? Who is he? He's nobody. So when a nobody like him confuses you, this means that your Iman is on the brink. that you are on shaky grounds. You don't have foundation of strong Islam. Any missionary could come and speak to you about Christianity and you would convert to Christianity. You said, oh, we believe in the Trinity. And in Islam there is Trinity. You say, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Trinity, yalla. And oh, I'm confused, Sheikh. He's right, these are three names and attributes of Allah Azza wa Jalla. What are you doing? So, akhi, focus on reading the Quran and revering it. Focus on learning the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Focus on loving his seerah, loving his companions. Focus on understanding that the best of generations are the Sahaba, Tabi'een, and Tabi'it Tabi'een. And Yazid is, whether this so-called Imam of Masjid likes it or not, is a Tabi'i. But does it mean that he's placed his feet in the Jannah? No, it doesn't. But he is a Tabi'i. It's a label. It's a title given to him simply because he saw the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. So get over it and get a life. Aisha from Nigeria.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Mine is more like an advice. So I've been having this problem. I spoke to my dad about the person I would like to get married to, and we've been dragging it for 2 years just because the person is not from the same state as we are, and also because his mom is a Christian. But this is someone that practices the religion. He prays very well. He practices well. So I would just like to hear your advice and thoughts.
If I understand your question, this man is from a different region of yours?
Yes, that is why.
Okay, is your father fine with it?
He's not fine with it because he's from a different state.
So what good advice I would be giving you as long as your father is rejecting it? Because the marriage cannot happen without the consent and approval of your guardian, and he's the one, your father, who's supposed to say to the boy, I give you my daughter in marriage. Now, my advice is to your father. A daughter is an amana. It's a gift entrusted to you by Allah Azza wa Jal. If you betray her, if you betray what was entrusted in you or to you, the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, told us that anyone who dies betraying those whom Allah entrusted with him with, he would be punished on the Day of Judgment. Allah would not look at him, and he would be held accountable for that. It's a grave sin. Now, what does a father want for his daughter? To be happily married with someone who takes care of her, provides for her, cherishes her, and is a good Muslim. Full stop. Whether he is black or white, whether he's from this tribe or from that tribe, doesn't matter as long as she's happy. Now you as a father, you're a traitor. When all what you care about is what my brothers would say, my cousins, my uncles, my tribesmen. How would they say, oh, we are from Kaduna and that boy is from Abuja and we are different and with this and that? What's wrong with you? So you'd rather leave your daughter unmarried, making dua against you every single night, oh Allah, curse my father, oh Allah, make life hard for my father and punish him when he dies, because he made my life hell and miserable just to save face with his cousins and uncles? Fear Allah, fear Allah. Any father would be more than happy to give his daughter to a man who's a real man, who can take care of her, who could be her rock, who could protect her. Not, oh, I need the dignitaries in my tribe and my people to say, oh, they married to this big family from our region. And why? You need someone to honor you, to raise your status. You're this low. You need other tribes and other families to uplift your name. You make your own name, akhi, not who you marry your daughter to. So fear Allah, and may Allah send you someone, and I'm talking to Aisha, of course, not to your father. May Allah send you someone who fears Allah, who checks all the boxes, and who would marry you and make you happy, bi'idhnillah. Hiba from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
So Sheikh, I saw your video about how it is obligatory on the wife to cook and clean for the husband. So what if someone got married recently and the wife found out she had black magic done on her? She is so weak and sick that barely can feed herself and needs care and rest while she recovers through ruqya. It has been 8 months, she has no money, and if she asks the husband for a maid, he refuses, saying, I cannot afford. If the husband doesn't get his food tasty or his clothes clean, he gets angry. The wife says that either do your second marriage or let me go, but he refuses to do both. So what should the wife do in such a situation? Jazakallah khair.
Wajazakum. A real man is compassionate, considerate. He is caring and loving. If you know that your wife is truly affected by black magic, if you know that your wife is truly tired and she's unable to do the chores of the house or to cook, you should be considerate. You should take care of her. You should not show your resentment or that you are fed up. You should take her to Araqi or do ruqya and care for her as the Prophet ﷺ used to care for his wives. If you say to me, Sheikh, I'm unable to do that, it's not in my DNA, I tried my level best, and you know that she is trying her level best, but there's no chemistry, it's not something we can patch up. In this case, there is no other way than you taking a second wife, if you can afford it, or you bringing a maid to help in the house, or the last straw is to divorce her and marry someone else. May Allah make things easy for both of you. Arizo from Afghanistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Bismillah.
Sheikh, I'm a girl and I'm suffering from OCD or waswas in namaz and prayer. I cannot hold my wudu for a long time. In every 15 to 20 minutes, I start thinking that my wudu is broken. I cannot control myself. So the problem is that I cannot go out, I cannot attend weddings, I cannot do makeup or go to restaurants or wherever.
Arizo, do you break your wudu for real or it's just your OCD?
It's mostly, most of the time, OCD.
If it's mostly or most of the time OCD, then why aren't you going against it when you know that this is shaitan?
It's really difficult for me, although I'm taking some pills and medications.
No. Listen to me. It's very simple. 90% it's OCD. 90% you're certain you did not break your wudu. The 10% is from shaitan. So now you have one of two choices. Either to obey shaitan and break your wudu and go and make wudu, don't go out, don't mix with people, don't live a normal life. Either you obey shaitan or you obey Allah by ignoring it. Either you obey shaitan by falling prey to your OCD and please shaitan and make him happy, or please Allah by ignoring and defying shaitan's instructions. This is in your hands. And this is the easiest answer I could give you in a Q&A session. If you need more, you need to have a counseling session. Tasala from Australia.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salamullah.
My question is, my dad has 5 years of free English studies.
I couldn't understand you. Please, can you repeat?
My dad has 5 years of free English studies.
Free English studies, 5 years, okay.
Yeah. Is this permissible for me to enroll him in online English classes where his teacher might be a woman?
No problem in that. Is it permissible for you to book an appointment for him in the hospital when the nurse that will take his vital sign is a female? Yes or no?
Probably might be.
Okay. Yusuf from Tunisia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So when I'm walking during the day, I hear someone blasting music from his car or house, and I don't know the person. Do I have to tell him that it's haram or not? Because I don't know the person, to weigh the pros and cons, and many people from my environment either do not pray or pray sometimes.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Yusuf?
Tunisia.
Okay, what does he do, this person?
Blasting music.
Okay, do you know the person?
No.
In a country like yours, where everything goes, unfortunately, where haram is widely spread, intoxicants, movies, carnivals, music, concerts, when you speak to a random person about music, which he may not think at all it is haram, rather it is maybe part of the deen, that would not be very wise. You should focus on bigger issues. Yes, if there is a chance to meet him, like you saw him do this, and then you meet in a waiting room in a hospital for the doctor, and while you're in the waiting room, you chit-chat, you give salam and talk about how your team lost in the Mondial, or who didn't, by the way. Anyhow, so you talk about things like that, and then you open the topic, and as advice from a younger brother, just wanted to give you a heads up about the ruling, and tell him, yeah, that's fine, inshallah. Amatullah from Ethiopia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam wa barakatuh.
My question is, if a person joins a gathering, where in that gathering, there's no one who is non-mahram to them, but amongst the gathering, there are ones who are non-mahram to each other. So, with this free mixing, is this permissible? Will a person be sinful if they were to join such a gathering?
It's an issue of dispute. I am inclined to, yes, he would be sinful, because a person of such nature, though he's not committing a sin with non-mahram, but he sees his brother, his father, his uncle chit-chatting with non-mahrams and joking, and he's endorsing it, sitting with them as if nothing is wrong. So no, this is sinful. Rehan from Ethiopia.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam.
Can I ask two questions?
Unfortunately, the list is too long. We can entertain one only.
Okay. I remember a long time ago that I did a ghusl after I committed a major impurity. And I was concerned that while I was doing ghusl, I noticed some shampoo on the tub where I was doing ghusl. And I thought, like, does the shampoo invalidate my ghusl?
No, the shampoo does not invalidate your ghusl because you washed your hair before it and you washed your hair after it. So the ghusl is valid. A man from India.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
Sheikh, I had a doubt about Tahiyyatul Masjid. In a video you said Tahiyyatul Masjid is obligatory, but what about the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when the man came to the Prophet and he said that I will do only the fard and no nafal and no nothing. Can you clarify?
First of all, Tahiyyatul Masjid is mandated by the Prophet himself alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is a given. He said, anyone who enters a masjid must not sit until he prays 2 rak'ahs. In the hadith of Sariq al-Ghatafani, when he came during the khutbah of the Jum'ah, the Prophet was giving the khutbah, and he sat, the Prophet interrupted his khutbah and said, have you prayed 2 rak'ahs? The man said, no. He said, stand up and pray 2 rak'ahs. What more obligation do we need? Now, when we come to the hadith of the nomad who said, tell me about what Allah has mandated upon me, the Prophet told him ﷺ about the pillars of Islam. He told him, you have to pray 5 prayers a day. The man said, nothing else? The Prophet said, nothing else if there was no cause or reason for it. So if you did not enter the masjid, Tahiyyat al-Masjid will not be mandated upon you. But if you do enter the masjid, you do not sit until you pray 2 rak'ahs. So you understand the hadith with combining the other proofs and evidences from the Sharia, not in an isolated hadith and you neglect the rest. This is the way of the people of innovation. No, we have to come to the hadith, understand it, and then understand it in the view of other hadiths that complete it and give us the full whole picture. So yes, 5 mandatory prayers are an obligation, nothing else. But if the cause comes to make another salat mandated, it becomes mandatory, as in the case of Tahiyyat al-Masjid, when you enter the masjid. Aisha from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.
After some time of knowing about Kinaya Talak, I started to get viswas. When my husband says something very normal to me, like go there and other normal things in our daily life conversations, thoughts, questions and doubts start to come in my mind that did he mean anything like separation or talak? Then I go and ask him what was his intention. And the situation has reached such a point that I am asking him about these things almost every day for several months. One day my husband got angry and said that from now on it's whatever you think. If you think this as separation, then it's separation. If you don't think this as separation, then it is not separation. I have made myself clear. Now the thing is, in my case, when my husband says something, it is not like I think or consider that he meant divorce. When he says something, even if it's not, it's very normal, instantly questions and doubts come in my mind. After him saying that sentence that I mentioned, my OCD increased. Now I doubt my own thoughts, and sometimes I don't even know what I am actually thinking. A lot of sentences and thoughts comes in my mind.
Aisha, you are writing a full A4 paper and reading it. And this shows you how severe your OCD is. I'll give you a heads up. Your husband is fed up. It's much, much easier for your husband, instead of being interrogated every day, what was your intention when you said, I had enough? Was it the biryani, you had enough of it? Or had enough of the marriage? Is this implicit divorce or not? Now, your husband has reached a stage, divorce is the easiest thing for him to do. And sometimes we do advise husbands like this, get rid of her. Marry someone younger, much more beautiful, much more religious, much more settled. You bring this to yourself. You're obeying shaitan. You're listening to him. Why does he have to suffer? If you don't want to cure yourself, that's on you. And such issues cannot be resolved by pills or by electric shocks. It has to be resolved by thinking, your thought process, by weighing the pros and cons, by looking at what Islam says through Quran and Sunnah and implementing it. You want to follow shaitan footsteps and obey him? That's on you. Nobody's going to help you. What you're doing is wrong. And your husband is fed up, and I wouldn't be surprised if he calls in a week or two saying, I gave my wife a divorce, I've ended my life. Why does he have to bear with you? What do you bring to the table? Nothing but trouble, chaos, stress, panic and anxiety attacks. Get hold of your life and stop this nonsense. Divorce happens when your husband wants it, not when you think it. Implicit divorce depends on his niyyah. You don't ask him. He comes and asks me, and I tell him. If the woman comes and says, oh, I don't know if when he said, I'm finished, it's over. Was he talking to the mug that the green tea is over and finished? Or was he talking about the marriage? It's none of your business. As long as he did not say the explicit words, ignore it and put a lid on it. We have a short break. Stay tuned, and inshallah we'll be right back.
To sponsor Ask Zad program or to advertise, contact us at info@zad.tv. You will get the reward of all those who benefit from watching this show, inshallah.
The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a leading example in generosity. Jabir ibn Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was never asked for something and said no.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome back. Muhyiddin from the Emirates.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
My question is, if a person deliberately feeds a child another woman's milk only once and the child doesn't even drink it completely, only a partial or small amount goes in before it stops, does the Radha relationship still get established from the single incomplete feeding?
No, it does not. Sad man from Bangladesh. Saad from Saudi.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamu
Sheikh, is it my turn or his?
Sad man? Is Sad man around?
I'm Saad.
Okay, go ahead, Saad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu
Sheikh, in the Quran, Allah says more than 10 times that the disbelievers they're called our brothers. So is it permissible to call them our brothers?
What did you say?
In the Quran, Allah refers to the disbelievers as brothers of the Muslim.
Where?
Called as brothers.
Where? Give me one ayah.
In Surah Araf, in Surah Shu'ara, in Surah Hud, verse 50, in Surah Araf.
Read it for me, please.
Okay, it says, وَإِلَىٰ عَادٍ أَخَاهُمْ هُودًا.
Akhahum, this is not their brother. This is from their tribe. This is from their own people. This is showing them that he is from their own selves. He's not from a different country. But he does not ever say, oh, akhi, my brothers. And he does not come and talk to them. This is Allah Azza wa Jal describing that he is from the same tribe. But we do not call the non-Muslims brothers. We do not call the non-Muslims sisters and the likes. Sad man from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Sheikh, is it permissible to watch football matches where our support teams, where the players wear a cross or have tattoos on their body?
This is something on them, which is haram on them. It's like saying to me, is it permissible to go and buy from a grocery shop where the person selling the items is clean shaven, or he has qaza on his head, he has a mohawk haircut, or he drinks and eats with his left. These are things on him, different on him. Watching football matches to begin with is a waste of time. This is what I said long time ago. I don't do it with the grace of Allah Azza wa Jal. I don't know, maybe it's because of something that is personal between me and football, but It is a waste of time to waste 90 minutes watching 20 grown-up men running after a ball. As I said many, many times, buy each one a ball, let them not fight, let them go and play, maybe give them a cookie and they'll go away. But people differ. People love football, so we're fine with that. That's your preference. Is it halal or haram to watch? Some scholars say it's haram because it's a waste of time. 90 minutes, you could have read 4 juz' of the Quran. You could have done wonders in 90 minutes. But assuming it is halal, having tattoos or wearing crosses on the jerseys, this is on them. You're not endorsing it, you're not liking it, I hope. And hence, it has no impact on what you're watching. Riyaz from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, if someone unexpectedly sees a social media post, if someone unexpectedly sees a social media post, video or comment that attacks or mocks Allah, His Prophet or Islam, and they laugh in the heat of the moment entirely out of their control because it was presented in a funny way, or if they laugh later when it unintentionally pops into their mind, will they be considered a kafir?
How is it possible, Akhi, that someone laughs of a joke about Allah or Quran or Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam?
Because, Sheikh, it was presented in a funny way.
No matter how funny it was, if they showed your mom being raped in a funny way, would you laugh? Of course not. If someone insulted your father or your sister in a very derogatory way, would you laugh? No way. I can't understand how people ask such questions, but hypothetically speaking, if someone were to see something out of compulsions, he was forced to see it, or he wasn't planning to see it and it's just popped up, and he spent the whole 20 seconds or 30 seconds watching it until he got the catch, and he laughed unintentionally because it was so funny. Hypothetically, someone does this unwillingly, we would say that Allah is most forgiving, most merciful. But I don't certainly believe a real Muslim would do that or would have the inclination to fall into such a sin. I remember when I was young, I used to laugh in Salat. Whenever we prayed with cousins or with siblings or with friends, we were children. We used to laugh when someone giggled or someone put his foot on the other person's foot and they started fighting. We used to laugh and break our prayer. Nowadays, when we pray and we see people falling or making funny faces or children fighting or doing anything during the prayer, I wonder, subhanAllah, not even a smile comes to the face. Now, is it because I am fearing Allah Azza wa Jal and contemplating about Salah? Maybe. But most likely because the more knowledge you have, the more fear of Allah in your heart, the more you know about heaven and hell and who you're standing in front of, worshipping and praying and supplicating and invoking, ya akhi, this sends a shiver down your spine. No matter what happens in front of you, you can't laugh, let alone someone making a joke about Allah, about the Quran, about Prophet Muhammad, about the companions. A'udhu billah. May Allah Azza wa Jal guide us to the straight path. Muhammad from Sri Lanka.
Assalamu
alaikum.
Why do all classmates of the same gender ask me, whether they are quiet, loud, or any personality, only look at students outside, whether they are confident, social or not, instead of finding out what is
Muhammad, do you think I know your classmates? Yes or no?
No.
So how would you want me to answer this? Again, you're going into this strange way of asking questions doesn't benefit the Muslims, doesn't benefit the Ummah, doesn't benefit anyone, and I don't have an answer for it. I don't know your classmates, Akhi. Hassan from the UK.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bismillah.
My question is, if a brother has a current account with a conventional bank and he uses it to make a transaction, would that transaction, would the thing they be basically bought, would that become haram? Or would the money be halal still?
Did he buy it from haram money? Yes or no?
No, halal money.
So why would it be haram?
Because of the conventional bank, even though there was a, because of the conventional bank, and even though there was like a Sharia compliant.
So let's assume your logic is correct and forget about buying something with that money. The question should be, I have a conventional bank account and I have 1,000 quid in it, 1,000 pounds. Is it halal for me to use or not? Shouldn't it be this way? Hassan, shouldn't it be this question you should be posting?
Hello?
Yes, yeah, Hassan.
I'm lagging out.
So I'm asking you, wouldn't the question be more appropriate to ask, I have 1,000 pounds in a conventional bank account. Is it halal for me to withdraw and use or not? Okay, ponder in this question and then come back to me. If you say it's haram, I'll give you my bank account to send it, inshallah, to. Muhammad from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I play an online game which has items and in-game currency. These items can be traded for real-life money on different websites and shops. The game moderators do not allow this kind of trade. So is it okay for me to earn this way?
First of all, did you pay money to buy this?
No, but people do pay money to buy in-game items, which is unacceptable by the in-game moderators.
If this is against the law and it's against the regulations of the company, of the game that allows you to play it for free, the answer is no, this is not permissible for you. Mu'adh from India.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalam wa rahmatullah.
Sheikh, my question is, if a person believes a sin is haram, it is prohibited, but he think it is cool, like he believes drinking alcohol and making music is haram, but he think it is cool and amazing, is it kufr?
Of course not. No one falls into sins and commit them while thinking that, oh, this is ugly. What are you doing? Oh, I'm playing blackjack. I just won $5,000 and it's ugly. I hate it, but I have to. Everybody enjoys it. Everybody enjoys a glass of wine or a gin with tonic. Everybody enjoys a puff of marijuana or pot or whatever they enjoy having haram relationship because they're blinded by their whims and desires and by their sins. Shaitan has covered their heart and made it hard and black. But committing a sin was never ever an act of kufr or shirk. It is only following your whims and desires and you'll be punished for that. Aska from Indonesia.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
So my father's full legal name has Rahman in it. So not Abdul Rahman, it's Rahman. However, he doesn't go by that name. He goes by a different name, which is Arif. Can I shorten the Rahman in his full name to R when writing his full name? Jazakallahu khairan.
Wa jazakum. No, you have to change that. You have to change the name into Abdul Rahman or change it to any appropriate name. You cannot have Rahman alone or pointing to it with an R. Because at the end of the day, when someone says what the R stands for, you would say Rahman. Abdul from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Salam to Allah.
Sheikh, yesterday I asked a question about Airbnb and my mic was muted. My question was, as women are not allowed to travel without mahram, so if we are allowing them to rent our apartment, are we helping them in sin?
Are they allowed to skip Fajr prayer? Yes or no?
No.
Do you know if they prayed Fajr today?
No, I don't know.
So should you ask them before admitting them? So that if they said no, you say, I cannot rent you the Airbnb, go and pray Fajr and come back. Akhi, this is none of your business. Your business is to rent an apartment. Your business is to sell a bottle of water in a grocery shop. I come to you, Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Give me one bottle of water. What are you going to use it for? Excuse me? What are you going to use the bottle of water for? It's none of your business. No, I cannot sell it to you until I know. Maybe you're going to make it ice cubes for your whiskey. Maybe you're going to serve it to your girlfriend. I have to know. None of your business, ya akhi. Your job is to rent Airbnb apartments. That's it. Do you know that they're going to throw an orgy in it or parties with drinks and booze and the likes? No. So you can rent it to them without going into details. Arman from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Sheikh, yesterday I asked a question, but I couldn't have completed, so I'm asking it again. Can I ask?
Do I have a choice?
Sorry, Sheikh. My question is that is it possible that the scholars will correctly identify the act as kufr, may have made an error in applying the condition and removing the barriers of takfir to Mirza Ghulam Ahmad specifically? And if there is even a theoretical possibility of such scholarly error, does that mean the final personal judgment on him remains with Allah alone? Can we judge by what we see, but Allah knows what is hidden?
Of course. We as humans only judge but by what we see. And the ruling, the final ruling is with Allah Azza wa Jal. Muhammad from Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Sheikh, my question is that after prayer I say Ayatul Kursi and then I do a dry spit on my right hand, and after that I say Qul Huwallahu 3 times and then do a dry spit on my right hand. Is this according to the Sunnah?
What do you do? I did not understand.
Say Ayatul Kursi and then do a dry spit on my right hand and then I say,
you after Salat? After Asr prayer?
After every prayer.
Okay, what do? You read Ayatul Kursi?
Yes, and then I dry spit on my right hand.
Why? Why do you do that, Muhammad?
This is what I was told that.
No. This is totally haram and an innovation. Dry spitting is done only in 2 places. Number 1, before we go to bed, we join our hands, we blow, then we read the 3 last qul. Then we wipe our bodies with our hands, then we repeat this twice and 3 times. The second time we blow, dry spit, is when we have something that hurts us as form of a ruqya. So my shoulder hurts, rotator cuff or AC joint or shoulder blades, whatever they call it. So I join my palms. I read first the Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi, the 3 quls, whatever ruqya I want. Then I blow. Then I wipe over the area that hurts. That's it. After Salat, there is no blowing or wiping of the body at all. What we see people doing in the masjid, taking a shower and wiping their backs and doing this and that and blowing, some of them take their shirts and blow inside, and all of this is bogus. Not from the Quran, not from the Sunnah, not even from Islam. I don't know which religion they're following. And when we speak to them, their eyes are widely open and they're shocked. And how dare you speak to us? I'm just telling you what is halal and what is haram. This is my job. You guys want to follow your peers, want to follow your maulanas, even if they're going stray, that's on you. Muhammad from Algiers.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Salamullah.
Someone I know lives with his family, and this family hasn't paid the water bill in maybe 10 years.
This
And he is
family has
dependent-
what?
Hasn't paid the water bill in maybe 10 years.
Okay.
And he is dependent on them. The family gets billed for what they use of the water, but they don't pay. And every time it gets cut, the father restores it with illegal ways. He doesn't use this water and always tries to use the drinking water they buy. The family buys with their own money or go to the mosque for wudu. But his mother uses it normally and makes wudu with it. Does he have to wake her up for Fajr if he knows she will make wudu with that water and use it for other things after waking up?
If she does not wake up to do salat, is a lesser sin, or if she wakes up and makes wudu with stolen water and prays?
Makes wudu with the stolen water.
Shukran, shukran. Sumayya from the UK.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
My question is, in wudu, I know when wiping the head, water does not have to reach, like if you have like something that's a barrier, it's fine. But what about the ears? Sometimes when I oil my hair, oil goes into the back of my ears and I just wipe it. I don't fuss about it, if it absorbed or not. I just wipe it over and move on because it's just wiping. So is that right?
This is fine because the Prophet ﷺ said, the ears are from the head, which means they have the same ruling, inshallah. Muhammad from the US. Muhammad. Sajid from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamualaikum.
Yes, in my country there is some
there is what?
There is some Islamic groups
who
says that you have to take bayah under their leader. So and they also say that if you don't take bayah under them, then you don't have iman and will die as a kufr. So can you please explain me the rulings of taking bayah?
Bay'ah is giving the pledge of allegiance. And you cannot give the pledge of allegiance except to the Muslim imam, which means the Muslim ruler, not any Tom, Dick, or Harry in a masjid or an Islamic center or in a group of Muslims. They appoint an imam to rule them and to be their head, and you have to give him the Pledge of Allegiance. No, this is an innovation. He's nothing. An imam or a Muslim ruler is the one who runs the country, who has the army and the civil defense and the police force under him, who has ministers, who governs the affairs of the citizens and the subjects under his control. This is the imam. You have to give him bay'ah. So what these groups are saying is totally bogus and baseless. Ayan from India.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Salamullah.
Sheikh, last week I asked you about constantly missing the Fajr prayer, and you said Allah will help those people who have good iman. So I want to improve my iman so that I can wake up for Fajr.
What did I say?
Do you have any tips?
I don't understand.
Last week I asked you about missing constantly, like around 10 times Fajr.
Okay, so missing Fajr constantly without a legitimate reason, without a hearing deficiency or you're impaired in your hearing, you don't have any medical reason. It's just laziness or sleeping late. This is a clear sign of hypocrisy. Because the Prophet said, ﷺ, the most burdensome prayers upon the hypocrites are the Fajr and the Isha. Had they known the rewards that they have, they would have come to it crawling on their arms, hands and knees. So it is a sign of hypocrisy. And in order to uplift this hypocrisy from yourself, you need to increase your iman. And increasing your iman is not here to be discussed. There are lectures. You go to my YouTube channel and to my website. I have stated many points that would help you, inshallah. Muhammad from Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Excuse me, sir. I want to clear the doubt within me. So, if our prayer is not accepted unknowingly to us, do we actually become kafir but we know it?
No, this is not true. This is not true. What is your question?
Yeah, it's that.
No, akhi. If you don't know the ruling or your prayer is unknowingly unaccepted for you, Allah is fair. Allah is most merciful, most compassionate. He would not throw you in hell over something you did not know. Oh Allah, I didn't know that this breaks my prayer. I had no knowledge. Oh, send him to hell? No, it's not like that. Allah is the most forgiving, most merciful. Only holds us accountable for the knowledge we have and for what we do intentionally. This is all the time we have. Next week, inshallah, the 4th and the 5th of July, I'll be in Kuala Lumpur for my workshop there. So there won't be any Ask Zad. The week afterwards, I'll be back with the grace of Allah, inshallah. So until we meet then, I leave you fi amanillah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني وسبحان الله وما أنا من المشركين